Welcome. I take it you're here for your fitting? Well, come right in. We have a pretty tight schedule, so let's not waste any time. Now, before we get to all the nitty-gritty stuff, let me just confirm that you are in fact aware of what's about to happen. Now, you are one of our select candidates chosen for our time travel project. The division you are supposed to be joining is the observation team. What that means is that you are under no circumstances to interfere with any historical events. All you are permitted to do is observe, take note, and report. Is that understood? Perfect. Now, I do see that you have excelled in the tests that you were undergoing, which is pleasant to see. Yes, here at this organization, we only choose the top 5% of applicants. Now, in order for you to be unrecognizable as a time-traveling individual, we have to fit you a suit. Not just any suit, of course. It will be a suit powered by nanotechnology, which will allow you to transform it into a fitting gown for whichever era you end up being in. Now, of course, you'll have to be aware on how to use such technology, as it is top secret and only used by this organization specifically. Well, before we get to that though, can I please get your identification code? Perfect, thank you kindly. So, your nanotechnology powered suit, of course, requires energy. Now, since you will be gone for varying amounts of time during your missions, it is important that you are able to recharge your suit no matter which time you are in. Due to that, the nanosuit is solar powered, which means you only have to do is regularly expose yourself to sunlight in order for it to recharge. Yes, to get a full charge, you need 3 hours of exposure. Now, the charging receptors are going to be located at your shoulders and on your back, right in the center, yes. These should be the easiest spots for sunlight to get to, no matter what you are doing or where you are hiding. Unless, of course, you are inside any building or structure, in which case it is of utmost importance that you do not spend too much time in there. You cannot have your suit run out. You understand that, right? Perfect. Now, to power up your suit, all you need to do is press a little button which will be on the inside of your collar. Once it is powered on, it will not shut off unless we manually disable it from our headquarters or your energy runs out. This, of course, is done to ensure that you will be safe under all circumstances. You're right, that is a good point. In situations where you have to remove part of your clothes to relieve yourself, for example, there is an installed window in the garment. To access it, well, You do have to break the immersion of the suit, which means you may not do so while you're facing other individuals. It will be only a second though. There will be another button right beneath your legs. With one press, the nanoparticles are going to split, allowing you to utilize the restroom. However, after you press that button and the split has successfully been completed, your disguise will remain intact, meaning that anyone will still see you wearing that gown. So all you need to do is make sure that for just those couple seconds you are not seen. Yes, once the process is finished, all you need to do is take both ends and touch them together beneath your legs again, and the nanoparticles will automatically reconnect. Yes, it is quite impressive technology, worth millions of dollars. So I'm sure I don't need to tell you that you are under no circumstances to break it. Accidents such as, well, as an observer, you should never find yourself in a situation where you would get stabbed or attacked. If you were to do so, and it cannot be proven 100% that it was not your fault, quite frankly, you would have been let go. Of course, it's a liability. If you are not able to observe without getting yourself involved in problems, well, history would be at stake. We cannot afford that. You understand, right? Alright, perfect. Now, if you find yourself in need to change your disguise, you will refer back to the power button and double click it. That will transform you into another gown fit by the year. Now, the year can only be adjusted manually at the headquarters to ensure you will never be wearing the wrong gowns in the wrong times. Yes, once we send you in, the only way for you to return to our time is going to be one of two. Now, first we have the emergency access. The emergency access is only to be used in life-threatening situations, which you as an observer should not get into. However, of course, due to insurance and all of that fun stuff, we still need to be sure you are aware on how to use it should you ever need it. For the emergency release, you do need a voice command. Yes. Now, of course, it can't just be any word that you might accidentally use. So, in order to avoid that, you will have to say emergency backwards. Yes, I advise you to practice that just in case. Yes. Well, it was the easiest way to ensure that it's not a word you would accidentally say. Now, aside from the emergency exit, which will immediately transport you back, we do have our manual exit. The manual exit will be done for the headquarters, who will be able to access your suit for the time-traveling network probes that other agents have already hidden in any of the times you will be accessing. Aside from that, you will be able to communicate with headquarters for one of these. Yes, they will not draw too much attention on them no matter which time you're in. It will be fitting for a time period or seen as vintage decor. Now, one of these will have been pre-placed by one of our other agents from the preparations division on your spawn point. The spawn point is what we refer to the exact location you will be transported in the destination time. Whatever you will write in the book that has been placed there will also appear on the same book we keep in this time. That way you can report back to headquarters, and headquarters will always be aware of what you are experiencing, what you are witnessing, and if there is a need to dispatch fellow agents. Yes. In order for HR to talk to you, that will only happen through our correspondence team. The correspondence agents are going to be transported to your same spawn point and will be looking for you using the nanosuit technology tracking. That way they will approach you and talk to you about any updates necessary, changes in mission, or if there are any further questions your notes haven't quite answered. However, I would advise you to keep your notes as detailed as possible, as dispatching other agents costs 1, a lot of money, and 2, takes away from our staff capacities, and given how elite and picky we are with our applicants, we don't have agents to just dispatch for any small thing. Yes. So the typical duration for a time travel period starts at 3 days, but can last up to 3 years. Yes. Now, of course, the aging process is still going as it would if you were in this time. Your body and cells develop as usual, and once you come back to this time, you will still have aged the same amount. So be aware that this job does not come without its risks. You will have significantly less time to spend with your loved ones, and you will come back to this time aged however long you were gone, meaning you might not get a whole lot to see about the future. Now, of course, you are aware since you underwent training, but the future is strictly off limits for agents of your grade. Yes, the future is highly classified and only to be accessed by our top agents. No, who those agents are is not in your discretion. The identity of those few chosen agents is top secret. Not even I know. So far, were you able to understand everything? Any further questions? All right. In that case, we will start taking the measurements for your nanosuits. If you could please stand up and spread your arms like a T so I can access your body properly. Yes, and is it okay with you if I come close now? Perfect, thank you kindly. We'll start from one shoulder to the other. And the individual arms. Yes, not everyone's arms are symmetrical. So it is important that we write down every individual limb. Yes. During our trials, we have underwent any number of tests to ensure the nanosuits are as comfortable as possible. So you should not experience any discomfort at all. Now, just to let you know, I will measure around your neck, so do not be alarmed. And then place around your chest. Your waist. Well, in fact, it is possible to do so, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Your transformations are highly customizable, actually. It is something we pride ourselves on. After all, you should still be able to enjoy. Okay. Now I just need to get to your legs, if you don't mind. Okay. Alright. The other one. Okay. Now turn around, please, so I can get to your back. Just in case, let me also get your head. Yes, the suit does have a hood. Alright. Oh, of course, it's not a full hood, it's more like a headband. And as every part of the suit, it can be adjusted. So you could loosen the headband by tipping on the top of your head, and therefore you could not have any headwear in your disguise. But we'll get into all the customization after your measurements are completed. Can I get your hand? We need each individual finger. Your ring finger, pointer finger, pinky, thumb. Alright, and the other hand? Perfect. And then, what is your shoe size? Alright. Yes, you are also going to be fitted with matching shoes, equipped with the same nanotechnology, of course. Are you experiencing any lack of eyesight or... Alright. Yes, we are able to equip you with glasses fitted with nanotechnology as well, should it become necessary at any point. You will be undergoing regular medical checkups just to ensure that your body is fit for time travel, of course. Alright, now that we have your measurements complete, will come to jot down a few things to customize your nanosuit options. Now, of course, the suit's abilities will be locked to accurate representation of the time period you'll be sent to. However, what can be adjusted is the colors you want, the type of hair accessories you prefer, and under certain circumstances, the type of clothes you prefer to wear. Let's start with the easiest part, your favorite colors. That is some good choices. Those go very well together. Now, any preferred hair accessories? Do you prefer hats or ribbons or bows? Anything like that? Okay. Now, for time periods where gendered clothing isn't as set in stone, what style do you prefer? Valid choice. Valid choice. Looks good so far. To create your individual nanosuit, it will take us 1 month. Yes, you will have several fittings in between to ensure everything is accurate and fits skin tight like a glove without being too restricting or uncomfortable. There will also be trial runs for time travel. Now, for those types of trials, you usually only get sent back about a day, a week, a month, just generally smaller time variations. Yes, once all your tests are finalized and you have passed the final survival test, you will be officially recognized as a member of the observation team and sent on your first mission. Exciting, isn't it? Well, I used to be a field agent, but now I usually only take part in very important missions. It is important to have someone who knows what they're talking about in charge of training the newbies, you see. Oh yes, I have had quite the adventures. I started on the observation squad, but I actually ended up in a different one. I'm afraid that is highly classified. I'm sorry. No worries. Your curiosity about me is quite unnecessary. Do not worry. Now, you are all set here for today, so I advise you to go home and get some rest before your other trainings are going to start tomorrow. Yes, you did pass your first test, which is great, but now you will be equipped with more specific skills. It's going to be hands-on training, and then until your suit is in a state where you can also take the time travel into account, you will be sent together with a mentor who's going to watch you. Yes, lots of excitement awaits in our future, and you are going to help us with historical breakthroughs. Well, welcome aboard. We are honored to have you, and I'm looking forward to see how far you can go here. Until then, take care. Thank you to my channel members, Radio Pierce and Lee Hua, for your support. If you did like this video, please like and subscribe.